It's a long way to swim back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start now though, you'll make it. We're on.
Apparently, Australia is a very nice, wonderful place to visit. You just need to be prepared financially. My brother and sister-in-law were in Australia for 2 weeks. The cheapest meal they could find at the seediest little diner, a burger and fries, was $28 American money.
Really?
You don't get drink refills. They charge you for every last little drop. They said the food prices were just unbelievably high.
Hawaii isn't cheap on food.
I normally eat over there, Crescent. It's my kind of place.
You still get free refills there, though.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they kind of growl at you, but real good.
We did a whale tour when we were in Hawaii, and I guarantee if you don't see a whale, they'll let you come back within a whole year, give you a free pass. You know, I never used that free pass. It's only good for a year, though. Seen some dolphins and stuff, just didn't see any whales.
Today, sir?
I'm good.
Good.
A little crisp out, but nice.
Yeah,
It's not.
no snow on the
No
ground.
snow, no fog. Crazy weather.
Yeah, could be worse.
So,
Could be better. I'd like to see some rain.
Yeah, we are pretty dry.
Boy, ponds are terrible.
I
Terrible.
got 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Yes. I'm about to start a meeting, so just holler at one of them. I don't care. Holler at Steve or something. Okay, all right, bye.
Our pond, man, it's critical though.
How bad was that fire truck wreck?
Wasn't super bad. It could have been way worse. The car looks way worse than the truck did.
But it was their car's done. Their pickup truck, crew cab, it wasn't.
Morning, Kay.
Hi, Mark.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good. Hi, Troy.
Hi, Kay.
Marvin.
Okay. All right, let's call this meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 4, any citizen desiring to be heard. 3, sorry.
It's all right. I'm right here for you.
Hearing none. Number 4, consideration of possible action on approving the minutes, November 7th and 15th.
I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
All in favor? Aye, motion carries. Number 5, consideration of possible action on approving final plat for Windmill Farm. I bet that's you. Come
That's
on
me.
up.
How long does it take one of them to grow?
Whatever you want.
Them windmills.
That's a good question. We're calling it the farms, but I think that was taken, so someone, there used to be a farmstead here, and there's an old windmill sitting there, and some of this old one. So apparently that hadn't been taken yet.
Well, you've been to ACO, or, yeah, down there, you got all the, not ACO, but ACO, got all
ACOG, street signs, streets registered.
everything approved. And,
The engineer had all that done, yeah.
okay. Sit on here, we're not responsible for the road.
It is on here, private streets shall be maintained by the homeowners association.
That's all the questions I got.
There, because of the creek and everything that's on the property, they'll all have their own anaerobic systems. There won't be conventional septic systems on it. All well and septic. We expect to build between $300,000 and $400,000 homes on it.
It's your turf, Morgan.
It is. It is. Looks like a really nice layout.
Fire departments, local fires, right? Sits right there.
Right? Right? Yeah, that's a good good little volunteer fire department over there. Those guys take care of business. Good thing so.
I say,
I say I'm for it. Yeah.
I'm moving that we approve the plat.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Where do we sign this, Brad, at?
Acceptance. County Commissioner. Pull this out so it's easier to see.
Yeah. Kinda need to update it.
Yeah, I'm not chairman.
So, who wants to sign this?
You're vice chair. Just scratch my name.
Yeah, you'll sign it as vice chair, and there should be a spot for it to be attested. If not, I'll just do it underneath.
There it is. There's the county commissioner seal. County clerk seal.
So how many home sites are platted in here?
Like 50.
50.
I think this is where you're supposed to add. You got that flood control stuff, right?
County commissioners don't have a seal. This is usually set up for them to sign and then just be attested. So
We could be visiting with David Ball. David, number 6, consideration of possible action on approving the letter to OKOEM pertaining to the request for assistance with hazard mitigation grant program.
Monday morning, I had a meeting with 3 representatives from OEM back, it was either the end of August, 1st of September, I don't remember the exact date.
taking it over to
Uh,
right
the
now, right?
Crescent School District had a bond election for their bond, to do a safe room for their school. It passed, FEMA apparently approved it. Our mitigation plan expired in September, but apparently because it's considered a large project, FEMA was kind of saying, oh, we may not be able to fund it. OEM has had conversations with FEMA, and we've been in the process of working on our mitigation plan, but this letter will help Crescent possibly stay in contention with their grant. OEM sent me a draft and asked if our chairman would sign that letter.
What are we mitigating?
What's
What's the plan to mitigate? If it's a mitigation plan,
the Crescent School District, part of their bond issue is to build a safe room for the kids
Right.
at Crescent schools.
Right.
But because apparently it's considered a large project, when it passed, our plan was in effect, so it was good. But since their bond deal passed, our mitigation plan has expired. And so to keep Crescent to be able to get their safe room, OEM's going to work with me, and we're going to do everything we can to have our plan done to FEMA by May 1st.
So when I hear the word mitigation plan, what comes to my mind is correcting an issue that's a safety concern.
Okay.
So what's the mitigation? That's when I asked what's the
Okay,
mitigation.
I'm sorry, I
about.
misunderstood.
No, no worries, that's why I.
Our mitigation plan is, it's a county mitigation plan, and it will involve all of our counties, all of our school districts, except Langston University, because they fall under the state plan. And basically we'll meet, and if you have a certain road, if it meets certain criteria, we can put it in the plan, and then once the plan is finished, it might, if there's money available, help you to fix a road that floods all the time, possibly. It would help if Guthrie schools wanted to do a safe room rehab in one of their schools. With an approved plan, they potentially could do that.
He emailed the letter out.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. I'll move that we approve.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion
Appreciate
carries.
that. And we will be having a meeting the middle of January, a kickoff meeting. I've got to go meet with the state Monday morning. And we're going to try to meet about once a week.
Hey, that
Fast
last
track.
FEMA project that we had, the contractor started this week, so
Sweet. You're good. Okay,
just
good.
get you up to speed on that.
Good. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, David. Number 7, consideration of possible action on approving ODOT claim assignment for Coates Field service for Skeleton Creek.
This one yours?
This
So
is my
moved.
project.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Troy, am I the only one that signs this?
Yeah, in those 2 spots, please. Oh, no, actually,
I think the board signs all 3.
all 3 down here, yeah. I forgot that one. That's this next item.
I think it's basically the same thing, just different location. Number 8, consideration possible action on approving ODOT claim assignment to Coates Field service for right-of-way services for Luther Road project.
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye, motion carries. Troy, do I still sign on the dotted lines, or does that district sign in them dotted lines?
The board needs to sign there,
Sure.
and Mark, on behalf of Mike, you'll sign on those other 2, since that's his.
Okay. I just let the vice chair do it.
But it's District 2 that's assigning that claim, so.
It's a big claim too.
I was surprised they sent one for that little.
$43.
Number 9, consideration of possible action on approving interlocal agreement with Circuit Engineering District Number 8 for services provided to Logan County.
To explain to the board, we did an interlocal agreement with CEDA for the purchase of their signs. And someone brought it to their attention that the statute referenced in that agreement was incorrect. It had referenced statute 70 or title 74 or 75 rather than 74. I received a letter from CEDA asking us to redo with a corrected statute number. So that's what that is for.
The statute difference was, the one that they quoted original was if we wanted to join that
I see.
CED instead of use services from. And what we're using services from is CED.
So moved.
Apparently they don't know what we think about CEDs.
They do, but they forgive us for it.
I have a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
They're
Motion
mostly
carries.
capitalists over there,
Yeah.
sort of.
Number 10, consideration of possible action on assignment of 911 fees.
Do you want to give the background?
Sure,
Marvin?
sure, I'd be happy to do that. As the board knows, I represent the county at the ACOG 911 board. What had happened in this last legislative year was they changed the way that they collect and distribute the taxes for the 911 systems and dispatch systems throughout the state. Ours is dispatched, the whole county dispatch system for emergencies, sheriff, fire, EMS, all that is done out of the Guthrie. The city of Guthrie handles that for the county. And what happened is the legislature passed a bill that changes the way the taxes are collected and distributed. They go back, still back to ACOG, but they go through OTC now. Directly is collecting all that, including the E911 stuff. And this is our assignment back, where we assigned that back to ACOG as our representative in the 911 system to manage that for us. So that's what that's about, sir.
Alrighty. I'll second Mark's motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries.
Money on the letter, that's a letter they've requested. As soon, I'm gonna have that rest of that City of Guthrie information this afternoon. I'll type it in so we can get it out.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Where we at? Number 11, consideration of possible action on approving service agreement between Logan County Health Department and Jennifer Morhaga for clerical services.
This is the same type of agreement that they have with several other people for the rest of this fiscal year for some clerical work that she's doing. They set it up just for the chair or vice chair.
I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. You want to look at them, Martin?
No, I'm good. Same one as last year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
One thing, I just threw it down. I thought I better.
No worries.
All right, 12, consideration of possible action on acknowledging a receipt of notice of tort claim.
This is from CenturyLink / Cox.com or Cox Communications for a damaged box on Red Canyon Road. They use their own little form and it's different than the county form. It's not set up for signatures. You can sign if you like. We just have to let you know that we received it and we'll forward it to ACO.
Was that death by backhoe or what?
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we acknowledge we've received a notice of tort claim and get it on to ACO. I'll even second my motion.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at this, hang on. I mean, I'll second his motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Where was this at? And I'm just kind of curious how,
I'm not sure.
we hit lines all the time. Was it marked or was it not marked? Was it just one of those things that happens? Or do we know?
They just filed the notice. I don't have any information that's not on that notice.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna say they're sending it to the wrong people.
Is it Oklahoma County?
Well, the Red Canyon Road that shows up in my phone is between Hillcrest and College and Pine. I don't think we go past
That
that.
would be the city.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's kind of why I was, where is this? And
So I think they
where
should.
is this and who did it? You know, that's kind of,
I just thought
Okay.
Red Canyon had to be one of y'all, but it's not me.
it's not
Okay,
me either.
Well, it didn't
How
recommend me.
about we take no action actually on this item and I will get with the city or verify. How's that?
I vote for whatever Troy just said.
I'm just gonna put it as a no action and I'll verify that.
That's deep in the city too.
But while I'm thinking about it, We've been working on that bridge up there by Mulhall, and I've been trying to get a hold of AT&T to come in with their phone line. If y'all have a contact number for AT&T, it sure would be helpful. I was on hold the other day for 36 minutes. I finally got them on the line, and about 30 seconds after I got them on the line, my AT&T phone dropped the call. I called back, I was on hold for 42 minutes. It just wasn't a good thing, but if y'all got a direct line, it sure would be helpful.
That's the red canyon that shows up.
Yeah.
That's deep in the city.
But anyway, we can talk about that another day. 13, consideration of possible action on approving detention transportation claim in the amount of $1,988.04.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries.
Do you need on that number 12, do you need an official rescind of motion and second?
If you all want to do it, go right ahead.
Well, I'll make a motion we rescind our actions on 12 then. If y'all want to make it official.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 14, consideration of possible action on approving a resolution supporting changes to the Oklahoma statute pertaining to the distribution and use of highway funds commonly known as CIRB funds. And Marvin, I'd like to bring it to everyone's attention. You've done a good job writing this up.
Actually, I'd like to take all the credit for that, but Troy was very much involved up her elbows and eyeballs in helping us get this worded correctly.
I really, it's a good, if you would like to read it so the press can read it.
I do. I will read it. Whereas the Board of County Commissioners of Logan County, Oklahoma believe that the expenditure of public funds should be done in the most efficient and beneficial way possible. And whereas the Board of County Commissioners of Logan County, Oklahoma believe as county government is closest to the people, it should have the most influence on transportation infrastructure, plans, programs, projects, and project execution that best supports the needs of our local county residents, farmers, ranchers, and businesses. And whereas the Board of County Commissioners of each county is delegated with the responsibility of the construction, maintenance, and repair of all county highways and bridges. And whereas the Board of Commissioners of Logan County believe that the improvements for roads and bridges, CIRB, proficiently managed by the boards of county commissioners of each county for the construction, maintenance, and repair of county highways and bridges. And whereas the Board of County Commissioners of Logan County, Oklahoma supports changes in state statute which would allow for all CIRB funding to be appropriated directly to each county within the state of Oklahoma. Now therefore be it resolved, the Board of County Commissioners of Logan County, Oklahoma supports and requests that the state legislature make the necessary changes to state statutes that will allow for the appropriation of county improvements for roads and bridges, CIRB, directly to each county of the state of Oklahoma, dated this 30th day of November 2016. Board of Commissioners.
Sending that to all the legislators.
Yes.
Well, we're sending it out. We do have a sponsor for that, both in the House and the Senate. So we do have. Go ahead, sir.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, sir.
I would like to make the motion that we approve.
I will second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Now, I do believe, my recollection in the law, it says that the State Transportation Commission has the right to delegate that money how they want. And maybe that's another avenue to lobby them to change the rules.
Yeah. Just for an example, I'd like to point out is my guys built the bridge east of Guthrie over here. It's a 68-foot structure. We built it for under $70,000. 28-foot wide, meets all the standard specs and what have you. I got another bridge that I put on the CIRB program that's 4 mile or 5 mile east of my shop. It's a 60-foot structure, and so far the cost is up to $1.4 million to build that bridge.
It's about 10 times what it costs.
It's ridiculous how we're spending the taxpayers' money.
How they're forcing us to spend the taxpayers'
Sure.
money. Yes, sir.
Right.
Because we
But anyway.
wouldn't do that on our own.
Yeah.
That silliness. Yeah.
Troy, Marvin, y'all done a good job writing that up. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Number 15, consideration of possible action on approving permanent road crossing permits. I got them right here. Stevens. I'll move we approve the permanent road crossing permits.
I'll second.
Line mileage. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
So just that one?
Well, yeah,
On the
the
permit.
next one's temporary.
Yeah.
16, consideration possible action on approving the following temporary road crossing permits. Got against them.
They're a headache.
They are marked. You know, I wouldn't be opposed to, on that resolution, taking out Logan County, just like Troy pointed out, just put a line there so they can fill in their own, send to all 77 counties.
But and Troy and I talked about that when we sat down and looked at how to do that. Since we've approved that resolution now, that can go out as a template, as you recommended, to all the other counties. One of the other things along those lines is maybe we could get our CED 5 to also vote on a resolution to do the same. That would be an interesting vote to look at.
I wouldn't hold my breath on it.
I know, I wouldn't either, except dying from lack of oxygen.
I would suggest starting to send that out to those that you feel you have that same support from already, and
That are
then
empathetic.
kind of grow it out from there.
Well, see, that was my thinking, if we send it out to individual counties,
Yes, sir.
they seem to think different at home than they do in the city, some of them.
I agree with that.
So that was my thinking, is send it to their board. And if you get all that support, I mean, it can't die nowhere else.
Well, I've been assured that there's like a 90% chance that it will be heard on the floor of the House this year. It won't get killed in committee.
Well, it's,
But unless we get backing from the commissioners that have been making noises about wanting this done, you know, it won't go anywhere. But
Do you think you all could individually, kind of on your own, when you think about it, shoot me an email of those commissioners that you feel have expressed the same belief and support, and we could start maybe with those?
I'd send you a list. Mine would be short. You know, the folks have been around a little longer. But my experience has been that, like Monty said, if they're not in a CED meeting somewhere sitting around where they all got a, if you catch them on their own, they all are for getting that money sent directly to the counties. But when you get them in a group, they bow to.
But that's why I was suggesting those that have fallen on that line, and I was actually a witness to that. As a CED committee, they all absolutely agreed in with it. So that's why I was suggesting that maybe we start with those few individuals, send it out, put it out there,
I feel real
and then kind of
comfortable
grow
about
it from there.
Payne County, Oklahoma County, Cleveland County, I think would be on board.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
You think Oklahoma County will be on there?
sure,
They're gonna lose.
At least one out of three. Maybe.
One,
I know one of them will.
what they say in public is not what they'll tell you in
And
private.
that's the problem.
A lot of that Hillary Clinton stuff going on.
Well, I can tell you, we had a CED meeting here one day. And it was pretty much said in the public meeting that they would support it 100%.
That's
So I was
exactly.
thinking.
Now, he's only one of the three, you know. When he got to his board, it might die at the.
You talking about Rod?
No,
Darren, Daryl, Stacy,
Probably not real smart.
Philip Stillwater.
Yeah, no, they wasn't even here.
Oh.
We had a sub CED 5 meeting here.
Yeah.
3 of the
Yeah.
afternoon.
All right, do we have a motion on the
Second.
temporary?
I do so move we approve the temporary road crossings.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. 17, got anything on 17?
Board, I have nothing for 17 and 18.
19, consent agenda items.
Payroll.
While we're doing this, Mark, it's been a month now since Mike's been to a meeting. Is he doing okay? I haven't heard anything from him lately.
Yeah, he is, I think he's on his way to recuperating at this point. He's been having some stomach issues or but they finally figured out what was wrong with him yesterday, and so I think they did a procedure, and he seems to be in a lot better spirits today.
That's good.
Actually, we stuffed him. He's hanging out there in the show.
That's good.
It's got to be miserable for as long as it went on.
Yeah.
The board doesn't mind since we have this little lull. I have, through emails, notified everyone in the county, but I do want to throw it out here because we've hashed it for a few months in these meetings. And to formally say, all the county budgets were finally filed with the state. The protest period will cease at 5 o'clock on the 8th. With no protest filed, at that point, we all have official budgets and the additional fundings will be appropriated to accounts as fast as I can do it on the 9th.
Sounds good.
But no, Mike been in the hospital for almost this whole time.
That's a miserable. Bet them nurses about to pull their hair out. Huh? What do you say, Marky?
I say those pain meds, I get text at 3:30 in the morning sometimes. I'm sleeping, man. I bet Mike wants out of there.
Yeah, I bet that's right. Hey, before I forget it, I know this ought to be on comments and announcements by the board, but I got a guy emailing me wanting to use or do some research on the 6-story building. So I said, well, what kind of research? What kind of research are you wanting to do? And I think he works with the Ghostbusters. They're wanting to look for ghosts.
All right. So you want to buy it?
Well, he didn't mention that, but they would like to come up and tour it and then come back at night and set up their cameras. And I thought with all the stuff we have in that building, I didn't know if we ought to just open it up to the public.
You could do two things. You could let the police do their.
So, what kind of advertisement, I guess, what comes out of it for us? I mean, are they gonna put this on media somewhere? Or?
I don't know.
Is there a ghost finder fee you get county charges?
You know, they've had one out at the old hospital for years. Where they
That
had
one
cameras.
used to run live webcam. You could go click in to that one. I don't know if this is the
Hospital,
same group or not.
Well, that District One's buying a lot of tires.
It costs a lot of money too, don't it?
They do.
Monty, I would suggest if you all consider this, that they'd be required to provide some proof of insurance.
It doesn't bother me.
Well, I mean, I don't care that they use it.
Liability insurance, what we're looking at there, yeah.
It's the liability to the county, and then I know we got some stuff stored in there that I don't know all Joe Blows ought to be around.
Well, and not just with county storage, we do have to remember that we actually have leases out on that building to the cell companies, and they have rooms in there and access to their towers, so that might be something else for you all to keep in mind.
You can get them sign a waiver on the insurance and provide their own, but
Well, y'all can kick around and whatever y'all want to do.
I'll just ahead and talk to Michael, but from my standpoint, it doesn't matter what it is. However, if it is broadcast on TV somewhere, it might make break-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a TV show that was in town last week, something Ghost Hunters or something there, so I don't know if it's the same group or not. But
He told me that they've done the territorial jail out here and stone mining, and they've spent a lot of time in Guthrie.
What they ought to do is camp out in the courthouse, ghosts.
flying birds.
There's some scary people come through there during the day.
That's what I'm talking about.
County officers come through there pretty early.
Well, you know, once that niche, once something gets known as that, you might get all kinds of people. I know the hospital was so bad with people showing up there that they had to put in a surveillance system, not just that camera, but it notified the police whenever somebody opened the doors.
There's just huge liabilities in those old buildings.
Yeah. I thought it seems how we used it for storage, but
Historic buildings.
we probably shouldn't. Although it'd be interesting to see what what they say.
That one kind of pops at you, doesn't it?
Fire departments.
I met with a guy a couple weeks ago, maybe 3. The DA's office has a floor issue. He's supposed to be giving me a quote on fixing that floor, but I haven't heard back, so.
That's the election board claim from Monty. Alcohol beverage.
Alcohol beverage.
Well, them utilities are high, ain't they? But Cheryl's office pays that.
That's election board.
Election board. Okay.
That's drinking.
That's money we get back from the state.
All right.
But just off the top of my head, no research at all. Since the county has passed that, and I guess it went in effect, that money that hasn't went up any.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it, but.
Not anything drastic anyway.
So you have consent?
That concludes consent.
Did that take effect?
I'll move that we approve the consent agenda items. All in favor? Aye.
That became effective immediately upon passing.
26, approving claims for payment.
So many people aren't remitting.
Can y'all do 21 at the same time? Any citizen desiring to be heard?
just those ghosts.
Can we
No,
do
no
comment?
desire.
Seems how we've been doing comments and announcements by the board anyway. Y'all's thoughts on a Christmas dinner party,
I have to scratch that off my notes to talk about now.
supper?
Yes, sir, we do need it. I would like to do that. So, have we, has anybody checked with the schedule of the fairgrounds?
I honestly
So,
have
okay.
not. As you're aware, I wasn't at the last meeting. Beverly
maybe-
did mention this to me, but I have kind of not had a chance to.
I don't have a problem running by and checking with them on availability of dates. if you want.
Mm-hmm. Had some stuff added after the PO. All that needs to be a little longer than that.
Teresa told me yesterday they delivered our fuel. They brought like 6 gallons too much or something, so we'll be having a few more too.
You don't want to siphon it back out?
For some reason, that fuel's been kind of a pain lately. People get in a room 30 miles south. I kind of like being my own baby.
Who initialed that, Troy?
TJ.
That's where Tracy's audited
I
it.
see. Okay. I just didn't recognize the initial on that particular account. Do I have a motion on claims?
I so moved.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Any citizens, comments, announcements by the board?
I had two, but you covered one of them. I will go by and check with the fair board on
Okay.
their schedule, and I'll get back with Troy and let her send out the availability, and then we can figure out what we want to do at our meeting next week.
Okay, do we want to have an officers meeting, try to get all the county officers in here to plan and discuss?
Well, I would suggest that we would all have to have a discussion to make
Sure.
sure we're all on board with it, so.
Sure, when do we want to do that?
Man, I'm pretty flexible.
Well, we gotta do it outside the notification time for having a meeting, right? So when's the earliest we could have one?
Hey,
Well, here's the thing. This is the option.
Yes, ma'am.
If all of you want to participate in that meeting, then we have a called meeting, and I can actually put it on the agenda for Monday, as I've not posted that agenda yet. If this board wants to just have one person speak on behalf, then it's not an actual meeting
Mike can speak.
requirement.
Well, I can speak. That's okay.
I was gonna recommend Martin.
No. You're much better at that than I am.
Well, here's the thing. This is the option.
Well, I don't know about you, Chris.
You didn't know we had went live?
Oh yeah, I'm practicing. Sorry. Basketball game's Tuesday. I got a lot of pressure on Tuesday.
Live streaming, it's a wonder.
So what is
A little lag in there.
So anyway, yeah, I'll run by it. So
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind doing it.
I'll check on that, get the dates back to Troy. and
Okay,
y'all-
so how about we try to do it Monday
Okay.
after,
That's fine with me.
but we never know how long it's gonna last. So 10 o'clock Monday, somewhere in there. Monday's meeting, I don't have a lot on the agenda.
That'll work for me. Alrighty. Any more?
I got one other thing. I got a call from a constituent that lives out, in a housing addition at the corner of State Highway 74 and Waterloo, at the northwest side. They are starting to become annoyed with the noise of truckers coming through there with their jake brakes on. Of course, they called me, and I explained to them that's state highway, and you know, any signs, ordinances, and such like that, we probably need to coordinate with ODOT on that. I'm looking for suggestions on how to pursue that.
You can put some warning signs up, if you're talking about the Waterloo, because I'm sure they are.
No, they're talking about State Highway 74.
But the county, according to Lowell, a couple of years ago, or a few years ago, gave me the opinion that we, as Board of County Commissioners, do not have the power to regulate jake brakes. Cities do, and the state does, but we don't.
Again, so do I just need to contact
Come on.
ODOT? and-
I'm gonna give you a phone number. The guy
All right,
I
thanks,
talk to.
Yeah.
Make sure I get it here.
Well, Joey Kelly up there in Ford.
You got that opinion from Logan, right, somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you could share that with Troy, and she could get that out to the rest of us, that would be handy.
You might visit with him. He's in ODOT.
Yes, sir, and
I should never look at my telephone. Oh, do y'all know the guy's name and number at ACOG that does the drought report?
John Harrington.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a phone number for him?
It's probably on an email since that he sends out, so I'll attempt to locate it for you.
Thank you. I can't think of
that's all I have, sir.
anything else. Here no more.
Item 23, I so move.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.